Alright, so let's do a tier list of the MVP cards for today. To start off, we have a total of 12 MVP cards currently in Ragnarok The Lost Memories, and let's rate them on which ones are a must-have at the very start versus those that can wait towards the mid to end game, and which ones are more or less useless. Starting off with Doppelganger, this is definitely a must-have card, but it would be more of towards the mid to late game. It's not so great at the start because of its 5 cost, but when you get it upgraded later, it will be very efficient for your heroes. Next is Golden Thief Bug. I would say this is a pretty optional card. Great to have at the start because there will be situations that you would need it, but towards the end, you can probably do without it. Meanwhile, for PvP though, it's pretty useful because since you can choose the order of cards in Arena, you can control on when you will stop the status effects being done to you by the enemies. Now for Baphomet card. This one I'm kind of 50-50 for this one because of its 8 cost, but I know it's really good when it's fully upgraded because it can deal 80,000 damage. Plus there's the MDEF reduction, so it's perfect for magic teams. I don't know, I would probably say, yeah, good to have, but I would probably take it out later on. Next is Orc Hero, definitely another must-have card. You can make use of this whether early game, mid game, or late game. This is so useful because its shield gives you a really high amount of hit points. Plus, if you get stunned, you get extra strength and intelligence. A really good deal in my opinion. Now we have Mistress, which is another must-have card. When it's fully upgraded, it will only be 2 cost, and it will heal you for 22,000 HP. Plus, it will reset your cooldown by, I think, 24 seconds. So, no brainer, you have to get this as early as you can. Now we have Osiris. This one I would say is great to have at the start of the game. Towards the late game for PvE, no, not really. But for PvP, you can make use of this so that you can control as to when you want your heroes to be able to revive. Maya, no for me. I mean, sure, it reflects damage, but I don't think it's worth upgrading, and yeah, I don't see any use for it really. Stormy Knight is another must-have card. Whether it's start, mid, or late game, this is a very useful card for you. Especially when it's fully upgraded, it will only be 2 cost in order to use it all the time. Now for Chimera, this one honestly I think is a no. When it's fully upgraded, it will be doing 5,500 damage per second, but honestly it's not worth upgrading that much, and come late game, that amount of damage is pretty small, so it's a skip for me. For the last 3 cards are the passive cards. So the first one is Drake, definitely useful if you're using a physical team. No brainer, if you can get it, do it. But if you can't get it, I don't think it's a big deal. Moonlight Flower, easily a top 1 or top 2 card to get. Aside from it being a passive, it gives you a total of plus 5 CP when it's fully upgraded. Plus, it gives you a recovery time of... Plus, it gives you a much faster recovery time, and it also reduces the cooldown of your skills of your heroes. So, easily have to get it. Lastly, Evil Snake Lord. This is the magic equivalent of Drake. So, pretty much the same opinion. If you can get it, use it for your magic team. But if you can't, there are other options. Alright, so to end this video, let me give my top 3 MVP cards. In no particular order, it would be Moonlight Flower, Mistress, and I would say Stormy Knight. But other than them, the other must-have cards for me are Doppelganger, Orc Hero, and I suppose between Drake or Evil Snake Lord, depending on if you're a physical team or a magic attack team. So that's it guys, and I'll see you on the next video.